extra. Hello.
What is that made out of?
Condoms. We're here to talk about safe sex.
You're back to Mac for the second year for the Viva Glam campaign.
Well, the first year working with Cindy was a tremendous experience, and I've always been a huge fan and lover of Mac and their campaigns, as particularly the Viva Glam campaign. We raised $34 million last year, which was the biggest year that Mac ever had for this particular campaign. Wow. And this year we want to raise $50 million to save lives all over the world.
And tell me, why is this campaign so important to you personally?
Well, I always say I don't want to make money, I want to make a difference. So Mac embodies everything that I believe in as a woman and as an artist. They've always put people that are so different from so many different walks of life and lifestyles as the faces of their brand, of their lifestyle. I don't even like the word brand when I talk about Mac. I like the word lifestyle. And what makes them so different with this campaign in particular is this $14.50 lipstick. 100% of the money made selling these lipsticks goes to the Mac AIDS Fund and goes to saving lives around the world, which makes them the only charity that does that.
The hatched ideal, or the egg arrival, or the vessel arrival.
I did.
Yeah?
I come up with everything I do. You guys don't know that by now? I'm a lunatic.
And what's the meaning behind it? Did you talk about the meaning at all?
I don't want to explain the meaning behind it. It was a performance art piece that I take a lot of pride in, and I think the world should just analyze it and decode it for themselves.
Wow. Now the single's the first time ever simultaneously in all 24. Ooh. In 24 hours.
Yes. Well, actually, it was in like 4 hours. It was a very, I don't even mean to toot my own horn, but really it was incredible, wasn't it? It was crazy. Wow. I'm so humbled and grateful, and I knew it was going to be this song. Because there's a lot of great songs on this album, but that song, I said, something's going to happen, and I know that this is going to really set off some sort of explosion all around the world, and it did. It's the positivity of the message.
And in your acceptance speech, you mentioned Whitney. You said that you thought about her when you were writing it, or thought about her singing. Has she reached out to you? Have you heard anything from her since you made
I
this
don't like
comment?
to talk about my personal relationships with other singers and celebrities because they are so private and sacred to me. But what I will say is that female empowerment can change your life. And that's why I, every day, am now sort of recognizing my position as a role model, whether I like it or not, to young people. And I want to set a great example. I want to be an empowering force and transition now into a place of positivity and light and joy. And with the Mac AIDS Fund, the discussion of safe sex and the discussion of protecting yourself and the discussion of AIDS and HIV, it's this kind of not so mainstream thing. It's this sort of taboo thing. People are ashamed to say that they've got tested, or the stigma around going, well, why are you going to get tested? Are you afraid you have AIDS? Do you have unprotected sex? It is so important that we take something as accessible as a lipstick and we synthesize the discussion of safe sex to become as accessible as that. I urge young people, my fans, and not my fans, if you don't like my music, that's fine. Just support this cause. Go out and buy a lipstick for your mother, your sister, maybe your brother wears lipstick, fabulous, and tell them this lipstick costs $14.50. And every dollar of that $14.50 is going to help save a young woman or a young man's life who's infected with the HIV or AIDS. Well, Nick Knight, who is an amazing photographer and a very good friend of mine, he shot this campaign. Actually, he also shot the Born This Way video in collaboration with me. He's an amazing, amazing human being and person and photographer. And he wanted to just shoot me as the soulful, lovely person that he believes that I am. Thank goodness he likes me so much that he took such a nice picture. But when it came to the lipstick and designing the color of the lipstick, I didn't want to just make a beige lipstick that looked good on a white girl, because that's kind of what beige lipstick is. It's sort of this white girl lipstick. And I didn't want to make that lipstick. I wanted to make something that would look beautiful on all walks of life, any kind of woman, any kind of man. And it's a very fashionable color. It's a little bit warmer than usual sort of taupe beigey tones. So I'm very proud of it, and I hope that all of the makeup lovers out there love it enough to buy it and to support people all over the world who are in need. You know, whether you realize it or not, since 1985, the number of women that have been infected with AIDS over the year has tripled. It is 100% preventable, but it is 0% curable. It is something that is not going away, and the more that we can support this cause, the more that we can spread awareness about HIV and AIDS, the better.